Right off the top at 5:30, an hours-long police standoff with an armed man in Fort Lauderdale is finally over. SWAT teams surrounded the area along Northwest 7th Street and 11th Avenue this morning.
Witnesses say the armed man threatened a number of people with a gun. CBS 4's Ted Scouten is in Fort Lauderdale with more on how it ended.
Oh man, he in trouble. The man in trouble. Oh, Lord.
The Fort Lauderdale SWAT team on the scene at Northwest 7th Street and 11th Avenue, responding to a call that a man had a gun and was pointing it at people as they drove by. Negotiators spoke to him. Police identify him as 25-year-old Merville Vaughn Jr. People in the neighborhood pleaded for him to turn himself in.
Hey, bro, put your hands up, bro, please. Yeah, bro, put your hands up, bro, please.
Police tell us he was wearing a bulletproof vest that could stop a rifle blast and had an AK-47 in the car.
I don't know what he was doing. I tried to approach him a little bit, I hopped off my board. I was like, yo, is everything okay? He had the vest on. It looked really weird.
Another neighbor said he appeared to live in this Mustang for about a month now and that he had family problems. He also said he's seen him with a gun before.
I seen him a couple of days ago with a pistol, but I try to keep my distance between people like that. He was carrying it in his lap, just walking back and forth down the sidewalk.
The standoff ended when officers say he got up.
During the negotiations, the subject began to walk away from negotiators and SWAT officers. SWAT team member deployed a 40-millimeter less lethal projectile at the subject, which was able to take him down and allow officers to approach him and take him into custody without further incident or injury.
That 40-millimeter projectile is known to most of us as a rubber bullet. It's the same kind that was used during protests in Fort Lauderdale.
There's been a lot of contention throughout the country over police use of less lethal and 40-millimeter. Today was a good example on how a less lethal option saves lives, because without that option today, we could have had a much different outcome here today.
Police tell us that Vaughn has been Baker acted. That's going through a psychological evaluation. Meanwhile, as far as criminal charges, police say they're pending. In Fort Lauderdale, Ted Scouten, CBS 4 News.